do something nice for us.
Yeah.
It'll be exactly the same. You know what, we're just going to end before with it. It's just going to be
This is going to be on
This is being recorded.
It's ready.
Good at it swear, isn't it?
Right, good luck you lot.
Good
Have a
luck,
fabulous
you lot.
summer.
Have a fabulous
Have a
summer.
fabulous summer.
Bye.
Thank you for being
Best
great
of luck.
people.
Mr.
All
Luck.
the best.
Mr.
And come back and visit.
Yes, soon. Not too
Very
soon.
soon. And bring some KFC. Finger licking good.
Enjoy.
Enjoy. Bye.
Yep.
Au revoir mes chères secondes, merci beaucoup pour ces 2 années que j'ai vraiment appréciées. Bonne chance pour le futur. Et Morgan, rappelle-toi, tu n'es pas résistant au bal. Viel Glück für die Zukunft, Jahr 11. Es war ganz schön, dich kennenzulernen und ja, mach weiter. Auf Wiedersehen. Au revoir.
2, 1. Hello Year 11, the best Year 11 group that I've had all year. Sorry to be seeing you going, I've just got a few messages for you. To those of you in Johnson House, thanks for nothing. You've left us bottom of the pile and it's all your fault. Certainly that's what I'll be telling Mr. Duffy when he asks. To those of you not in Johnson House, you're a complete irrelevance, so I'm not going to waste any words on you. To those that I've taught, I hope you surprised me by getting fantastic results. And for those of you who I haven't taught but have known, thank God you're leaving. But seriously, you're a group with outstanding individuals who it's been a pleasure to know, and I think you've been an excellent year group, and I wish you nothing but the best for the future. Okay, take care of yourselves. Much love, Mr. Burgoyne. Is that it now? We done? Yeah? Turn it off? Okay, good. All right. Unbelievable.
my prom queen tonight is Yasmin Wardle.
Brilliant. If anyone needs any photos, you can take them now. Guys, just before Mrs. Pollitt goes, Mrs. Pollitt, don't go. Just before she goes, while everyone's sort of here listening, I think it's really important. She's put hours and hours of work into organising your prom, and she's done a wonderful job. So I think you should give her a round of applause and just say thank you. Guys, I've been to quite a few proms now, and this has been a really, really wonderful evening, so make sure you take lots of pictures, because thanks to Mrs. Pollitt and thanks to you guys, it's a night you'll always remember, so thanks very much from all the staff, but big thanks to Mrs. Pollitt. Well done, miss.
Well done. Now, I think he's only right. When I do a prom, and I get a prom king and a prom queen, ladies and gents, we need to edge the dance floor for me. I want you all to stand around the dance floor. I want your prom king and prom queen in the middle. Oh yes. I think he's only right. So you know what? Round the edge of the dance floor, let your prom king and prom queen through. And I think he's only right. They should have that little bit of a dance together. What do you think? You're going to scream if you want to dance together. Are you ready? Let's get do a bit of a dance. It's nothing stupid, you're alright, here we go. Prom king and prom queen, here we go, this is for you two. Have a dance together. Here are the cameras, get a picture.
Gabe decided that he wanted to sing a song to Miss Pollitt, but he said he wasn't that happy him singing it, so he asked me to. So Miss Pollitt, will you come and stand at the front, please? Come on. Thank you, Miss Pollitt. Come and stand with us. We need to sing to you. Are you sure you want to stand there? We've sung this before, we sang it at a Christmas thing, but it was a couple of years ago, so hopefully you won't remember. But Miss Pollitt, this song is dedicated to you from all the boys in Year 11. And tonight, you are the most beautiful girl, yes girl, in the room. Okay? Yeah. Looking around the room, I can tell that you are the most beautiful girl in the room, in the whole wide room. And when you're on the street, depending on the street, I bet you are definitely in the top 3 good-looking girls on the street, depending on the street. And when I saw you at the prom, I thought, what is she doing? At the town hall, how did Mr. Duffy get a hottie like that to a party like this? Good one, Mr. Duffy. You're a legend, Duffy. I asked Homie if he's gonna make a move on you. He's not sure, so I said, do you mind if I do? He said it doesn't mind, but I can tell he kinda minds, so I'm gonna do it anyway. You're so beautiful. You could be a waitress. You're so beautiful. You could be an air hostess in the 60s. You're so beautiful. You could be a part-time model. Let me seal the deal. We do our moves, we do our dance moves. It's 12:02, just me and you, and 7 other dudes around us on the dance floor. I'll draw you near, let's get out of here. Let's get in a cab, I'll buy you a kebab. I can't believe I'm sharing a kebab with the most beautiful girl I have ever seen with a kebab. Why don't we leave? Let's go to my house so we can feel each other up on the couch. Oh no, I don't mind taking it slow, no. 'Cause you're so beautiful, like a tree or a high-class prostitute. You're so beautiful. You could be a part-time model, but you probably have to keep your normal job. Part-time model, spending part of your time modeling and part of your time is ahead of you. Or pastoral year manager, whatever they call it these days. Woo! Miss Paula, everybody. Gabe thought we were only doing one song, but I said I've written another song, and it's for someone, because you get people like Miss Polly and everyone tells her how great she is, and sometimes there's people who feel a little bit down about themselves. He came to me this week, this person, and said he feels really lonely, really sad because he's single, he can't get a girlfriend. He said he's ugly, I said he's not ugly, he's great looking. But I've written a song for Mr. Hornby. Mr. Hornby, will you come and stand there, please? Come on. Come on, Mr. Hornby. Here's your appreciation for it. Hey there, Hornby, I see you looking down. Don't want to see my little buddy there with a frown. Is it because more women than you? But the other because they don't know you like I do. Sure, you're chubby and kind of shy, but there's a girl that is needed for a chubby shy guy. You want your ass to need a weather riding in the hay. Just hit me out when I say, Hornby, you got it going on. Ladies get to know your sexuality when they get to know your personality. I said, Hornby, you got it going on. Not in a gay way, just in a hey mate, I wanted to say that you're looking okay, mate. Why can't a heterosexual guy tell a heterosexual guy that he thinks his booty is fly? Not all the time, obviously, just when he's got a problem with his self-esteem. Don't let anybody tell you you're not humpable, because you're bumpable. Well, the hump doesn't make you feel uncomfortable. When I say you got a boom, ow, listen, Hornby, help me out now. Hornby, you got it going on. That's the conclusion that I've come to, but that doesn't mean that I want to bum you. Hornby, you got it going on. No doubt about it, we'd be getting crazy if one of us was looking up to me on a lady. If one of us was a lady, and I was your man, I was your man. Well, sometimes I get lonely and I need a woman, and I imagine you with some bosoms. And then there was this time when we went skiing, and I remember we shared a room, and I pushed the beds together, and then I put a wig on you, and I imagined that you were someone else like Miss Pollard or someone like that, and then I put a wig on you. I imagined you were a lady, and I just lay there and I spooned you. Hornby, you got it going on. Mr. Hornby. What are you talking about?
You said you put a wig on him, that's a bit weird.
I didn't say that.
It's a bit gay, you got one.
Wait, well, it wouldn't be gay if I put a wig on him, would it? If anything, it'd be straight, but I didn't do it anyway. So it's... Mr. Hornby, anyway, I'm Miss Polly.
Extremely well done there, lads. One more? Obviously not. You didn't want to do that?
The shoes are off. I'd take mine up, but it's too much effort to bend down to take them off. They're off.
Alright, we've got our seats. Cameron, we sit down.
Only one person gone home.
Nathan.
Sit your ass down, boy.
He got so bored and everybody kept boring him. He just went. Yeah, went in a Peugeot.
Right.
Chucked off.
Let's get the show on the road. Okay, hopefully this presentation is going to be better than Mr. Greenhouse's attempt. God, they're boring. Okay. Right, you've been voting for all week. Well, not really. 3 forms I could only get round to. S, L and M. Thanks, guys. Right, well, no. Okay. The first award for teachers is for the loudest shout from a teacher. Right. These are the candidates. We've got everybody's favourite, DV, Mr. Bowers. The queen of history, as I like to call her, Ashy B. I mean, yeah. Well, there's no other way to describe him than Mr. Shaw. Well, and then this is a woman, her voice echoes around the school, Miss Arvington. And finally, you wouldn't expect it from this man, but Miss Khan can tell you that we've heard him inform and he can shout, Mr. Masters. Okay. Well, any predictions? Ashy B, you're correct, it's Ashy B. No, she's not here. Probably having a Lucasade. Anyway, second award is for the best previous teacher. As my colleague Mr. Mather says, the fallen stars that we've lost on the way on our journey. I mean, we've got the king of the trampoline, Mr. Fitness. He looks a bit like Jesus. He invented Splat. It's Mr. Roebuck. Some say he might be boring. I say he's colourful. It's Mr. Smythe. And then Michael Mather once asked this teacher if she was pregnant, Miss Jacobs. And then, well, I'm doing this job, not you, Lily. And then a man who I think we'll all remember, Mr. Swift. Swifty. And, well, he's dominated the votes. It's Mr. Swift. I make the decisions, not you, Canterbury. Right, let's get some security in here. Get him out. Okay, this is the teachers. They've got some good habits. The first one is Mr. Patel. Give us a shout, Mr. Patel. Thanks for that, sir. Now, as I'm sure many of you know, Joe Kearney especially, Mr. Patel has some good quotes. I've got a few for us now. He's the only teacher I know to refer to water as agua. He said many a time, "Where's my agua?" Then, he said some things. This is probably the main quote. Mr. Patel's always there if you need some extra help, for revision, anything like that. Because, by hook or by crook, we will get there. And then, probably my personal favourite, Gabriel Bryant, give us a shout. Alright? It was a warm day, June I think, year 9. Gabe had his pants rolled up to the knees. Mr. Patel saw the knees out the corner of his eye. This was his response to Gabe's, what some might call flashing. Ooh, kinky. So yeah, and then Mr. Patel's the first candidate. Then we've got a man who we've all been taught by at one point. Mr. Fontner, where are you? Give us a shout. All right, sir. Well, Mr. Fontner, yeah, I can hear him muttering around the room. He likes to finish on time. He wants to get us into the changing rooms, get ready for the next lesson. So we'll be on the field. Bit of passing going on, maybe. Bit of football. Suddenly, 3, 2, 1, time.
Yeah, well, we've done a lot of good game lessons, Mr. Faulkner. Done a bit of cricket, a bit of rounders, a bit of cross-country. Now, not everyone takes cross-country that seriously. Seem to remember year 7, Ryan Long playing knock-a-door gun, anyone remember that? Steve Whitehead cutting across the field. And then, something I remember well, year 10, on the bridge. Dom Silly sees a quid out of the corner of his eye. He picks it up, gets to the Green Mount shop. Mr. Pearce and Mr. Cornwell think they fancy a packet of fruit pastels, which they didn't share. Oh no, they gave you one, but it was a green one. You don't want the green ones. Yeah, so, yeah, Mr. Faulkner, candidate 2. Next candidate's Miss Carr. Well, Miss Carr's been a great form tutor for the past 2 years. I mean, I think she's up there with the top teachers. But Miss Carr does like a peace and quiet. So we'll be in ICT. So guys, this is PowerPoint. Shh. And then she's back in here, but she's not here. It's Miss Ashburn, and you all know what this is. Sorry, someone talking about that? Guys! I mean, actually, and then another habit she has is promising to bring in chocolate. The one day she brings it in, it's cut up whisper bars, and I have the dentist, so I can't eat any. And then, our last candidate, where is he? Can't miss him, it's Mr. Wilkinson. So give us a shout. Good to hear. Now, Mr. Wilkinson, do you like the alphabet? Because what's your favourite letter? It might be K. Right, K, like a tree, K. You got that? K. So who do we think's won this one? Mr. Patel, Mr. Faulkner, Miss Carr, Ashley B, or Mr. Wilkinson? Who do we think? It's Ashley B, but she's not here. So I'm going to use my powers to second place. It was close, very, very close between Mr. Faulkner and Mr. Wilkinson. But 3, 2, 1, time. It's Mr. Faulkner. Well, there's some teachers that like to think they're a bit of a comedian. There's a few. Mr. Duffy. Well, we couldn't really do this award ceremony without mentioning. I mean, I think we all saw from that Leavers video. There's some bad jokes. In all honesty, I think Mr. Duffy's done a very good job with this school in the past 4 years. He's failed to address one major thing though. The fact that personal and social is still part of the school curriculum. Why, Mr. Duffy? Why? The next candidate she's a French teacher. It's Madame Dumas. Listen, I mean, we've seen all the funny dances, the ENT dance. Becky, personal favourite. ENT, I said ENT. Then we've got Mr. Shaw. Those are some bad jokes. I don't think he's here tonight, but I don't think we went to any science lesson without having to hear a PowerPoint with a repeated phrase in it. Sure, the phrase is funny for the first 2 slides, and then it really gets on my nerves. Not to mention the other jokes about, we might well won't be mentioning. Don't think it's appropriate. And then, the next man, we can never tell whether he's being himself or not. It's the king of sarcasm, Dr. Rowan. He once told me that his son died. Was he sarcastic? To this day, I still don't know. And then, he's already featured, Mr. Patel. You've got some bad jokes. Although, you do have one good one, and that is taking the mick out of James Stacey. It's always good. No. Oh yeah, you said that. That's a good one. That's another good one. So, who do you think's won this one, people? You heard it first from Henry Todd, Mr. Shaw. Now, we're on to Award 5. This was the closest award of all. We gained quite a few new teachers on our journey through the school. Mr. Greenhouse joined us, I think it was midway through year 8. I remember he promised me chocolate. Where is it, Mr. Greenhouse? Where is it? Then we've got Miss Lucas, fairly newish here tonight. Yeah, I see him. Miss Lucas, one of the new members of the maths team, so I think we're all going to incorporate the whole maths team into there. Miss Mather and Miss Higgins too. And then we've got Miss Lee, new science. I think she took over Mrs. Bowles. Mr. Stevens here tonight? No? And then Miss Army, the new English teacher, not new anymore. Yeah, as I said, this one is very, very close. And it's been picked by one vote. One vote, people. Miss Lee. Now, these next few people are quite a crucial member of the school life, members of school life. It's the award for the best member of dinner staff. We've got the king of catering. He's given us such idea as English Day, American Day. That's just a hot dog, so. St. George's Day, just Yorkshire Bud. It's Richard Taylor. Now, a few of you might not know this lady. It's the Italian-looking dinner lady that's henceforth been named Consuela. Now, gentlemen in the back, can just have an answer to this? Consuela. Consuela. She comes from Italy. Thanks for that, gents. Now, we don't know this woman's name either. She's just the one with a very red face. And henceforth has been called Redface. Then we've got the hat lady. She's the one wearing the hat. I think she's the boss. And then there's a nice cold Q woman. Now, this is a runaway victory. No, you're wrong, Connor, both times. It's Richard Taylor. Now, facial hair, award 7, ranging from the neat moustaches of both Mr. Platt and Mr. Tandy to the stubble of Mr. Hornby and the goatee of Dr. Owen. We've got some quite vivid facial hair. Chris Taylor, you should know. So we have Mr. Platt for his moustache, Mr. Tandy for his moustache, or textbook Tandy as I believe he's known, Mr. Horrobin for just, I don't know what to call it, I think it's pretty cool. Mr. Newmarch, where are you? Give us a shout. I said a shout, not a hand up. Mr. Burgoyne. Where's Mr. Burgoyne?
Yes.
He still owed me a prize, by the way, for putting my hands in beans. And then, so, this one was a runaway victory, again. Mr. Black, correct. This next award is regrettably controversial. We called it the Skylers Award. Yeah. There's Miss Clee, Mr. Stanovich, Miss Foster, and Miss Hall. Yeah, that's correct. And then also, there's one person that doesn't quite fit the bill. Sir, I think you know who you are. Mr. Richardson. 2 weeks off for paternity? Was it necessary? Really? This one was very close too. Mr. Richardson, you got no votes. I'm sorry. But, no, it was Miss Hall, the winner. Now, we're on to our last two awards. Number 9 is the award for the sports personality, as I like to call it. I mean, we've got some great sportsmen. Now, I've been informed by Dominic Sillett that Mr. Wilkinson likes rugby. I don't know about that. But we all know Mr. Shaw likes a good game of tennis. Miss Evans, I think, hockey, is it? There's Miss Evans. Miss Newcomb for running a marathon. And then the man we don't know the name of up until now. I'm just going to call him the amazing dodgeball caretaker man. I think you'll remember from the house events when Mr. Thompson is his name, I think. Neil. All right, Neil. Well, I can't remember which house he's for. Redgrave. He was the last man on the field. Richardson and Hornby were poised with 2 dodgeballs each. A ball flew at him, he caught it in one hand. Another ball flew at him, caught it in one hand. You know what that means? 2 more players back in. Then he single-handedly took out Mr. Patel. Mr. Patel fell to the floor. There was a tear in my eye and... well, everyone voted for the amazing dodgeball caretaker man, but I'm using my powers to veto that, because I'm the boss. And Miss Newcomb ran a marathon. I don't care what anyone says, that's better than all those. Now, number 10, the last award. This is the award for musical talent. As we know, everyone likes a good song and dance, especially at Christmas, don't know why. Mr. Paul plays his guitar, sings a few good songs. Mr. Rigby only really joins in for let them know it's Christmas time. As does this lady, you might not know her, Mrs. Moore, the librarian, famous for telling me and a few friends to read the door, and the library wasn't open to print off my coursework. Then we've got Mr. Cudworth. He's the curly-haired man who works in the keyboard room. And now, this woman, she taught us a few songs. Miss Duke has taught us French songs such as Bouge de la by MC Solar. It goes a bit like this. Bouge de la, bouge de la, il me fait bouge de la. We've also had a few Mika songs. But this was the biggest victory of all. Mr. Paul, you were a great talent. So yeah, that's the end of the awards. And I've got a few awards here. They didn't need to be put in a category. They're in a league of their own. The only teacher I know who has no association of time whatsoever. We were in Italy. 45 minutes to the hotel, guys. 45 minutes. 45 minutes turns into 3 hours. Mr. Rashid. And then, as we know, it's been a hectic year in English. I mean, we've got some deadlines to meet. Miss Johnson walks into the room. Right, guys, we really have to do some work. I mean, knuckle down today. I might have to keep you in a break. 5 minutes into the lesson. Oh yeah, I really like that episode of Friends that Joey's in, where he talks about the ghost. It's really good. Hey, let's have some cake. It was good cake though, miss. Thanks for that.
No, I quite like it. It's 19 minutes.
Miss Pollock, she's been a great head of year. Where are you, miss? Give us a shout. This event, again, happened in Italy. We were on the train. Slightly scruffy looking young man was sat next to Miss Pollitt on the train. I call this award the stare of doom. He reached his hand into Miss Pollitt's purse, grabbed out a mobile phone. Little did he know, Miss Pollitt saw the whole thing. This was the look she gave him. The look that can turn anyone to stone. The man dropped the phone immediately and walked away. I personally would have done the same thing. but I wouldn't have tried to rob it in the first place, idiot. So yeah, I mean, I'd just like to say a big thank you to all the teachers that have turned out today. I mean, you did a pat on the back, Mr. Patel. Give yourself a pat on the back. A round of applause, please. I think we've probably had enough of my, some may call, monotone voice, Jacob Papa. But anyway, back to the festivities. Let's get a few tunes on.
Well done, young man. The delivery was fantastic. He's going to go far in. Don't get a job, just work on a bloody stage. Right, I do believe as well, somebody who's into the music in here tonight. I've got a guitar, pretty obvious. Where's going to play the